There are so many ways to invest, but I bet you want to know the most effective ones, right? Well, in this video, I'll share the investment type that has produced more millionaires than any other. But hang on till the end when I reveal the #1 way that most do not mention. Okay, so I'll just say the easy answer. You could do a simple Google search and hands down anywhere, let's say the last 200 years, the answer's always been the same. It's real estate. Let's just admit it. And yes, I think real estate's awesome too. You know, we love cash flow. We love real estate. It's great. So the question is, why real estate? Why is it? What is it about real estate that does that? Okay. Now, here's the easy answer. 1, real estate tends to hold value better, right? It's not the rubber band effect. Many people that invest in other things where they're gambling with their money, it grows and then it shrinks, grows and shrinks, grows and shrinks. Where real estate tends to be very consistent. It tends not to shrink. I tell people the secret is not, it's about how much money you make. It's how you keep your money and then make more on top of it. Real estate tends to hold more value. It tends to keep the value there, and then it also adds more returns. Because really there are 4 types of returns you get from real estate. Yes, 1, there's appreciation. I think appreciation is just that little cherry on top. It's nice to have, but it's not required. But 2, one of the things that's great is when you have investment real estate actually has real income coming in, right? You have income coming in from that property. Thirdly, real estate actually, also if you buy it with a mortgage, your renters, although there's a cost there, your renters are paying for your mortgage and then you get the profits, right? So you get the cash flow from the profits and they're paying down your mortgage, giving you equity even if your property doesn't appreciate. Because even if your property stays the same value, but it's paying your mortgage balance down, that's more equity you're building inside that property with no money out of your own pocket. It's awesome. And then fourthly, the 4th return that many people don't realize is that there are great tax benefits, especially when it comes to rental real estate. In many, many cases with our clients, when they buy real estate properties and they're earning income from that, they pay little to no taxes on that cash flow that they're earning. So it's great because there's multiple returns that you're getting. And not to mention, your money's still in there, right? Your money's still there working for you as part of that equity. So I'll give you an example. For me personally, the very first property I bought, I remember I bought with just about $30,000 out of pocket. And lo and behold, the net cash flow after my mortgage payment, after paying a property manager and everything, my net cash flow is about $280 a month. So I'm thinking, hey, this is pretty cool. I'm making some money. Well, quickly it jumped up because rents went up. And so next thing you know, I'm making $350 a month. And pretty soon it was about $500 a month I'm making on that property. That's $6,000 a year from just the $32,000 that I put into it. Even better is that the next thing you know, as appreciation starts happening, everything else, it grows and grows and boom, you've got more money. This is actually the first property I bought after the last recession, and watching that sucker grow was amazing because I got to see multiple hundreds of % return on that one property. That $30,000 really turned into like $120,000 in just a matter of a few years. That is the power of real estate. Where else will you see your money possibly double, triple, quadruple in just a few years? Heck, even the stock market has a hard time doing that. So that's one of the biggest reasons why. There's even another story. If you guys have ever watched Shark Tank, and you see the sharks on there, Barbara Corcoran, she's known to be a real estate mogul in New York City. She even talks about this. She said, hey, when I started out, I bought a really cheap flat in New York. It was nothing, but it was all I could afford. But she's like, I got in. She's like, that was the best investment decision I ever made because eventually equity built up into it. She used that equity to upgrade to a little bit better apartment. And then pretty soon went to a 2-bedroom. And now she's got like this 10-bedroom penthouse in New York City. She said that has turned into millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars from that one decision to buy her own place, even if it was a piece of crap place in New York City. That's the thing, guys, is that real estate overall has really not only just held value, but it's able to get you to build and grow and use equity to go and create more wealth from it. That's the real power. Okay, so I'm gonna use this to really address one of my little Instagram trolls that was here, Mr. at Boris_P20. Well, Boris from Russia, Alabama, wherever you're from, right? He actually told me. Now, I had actually did a video for you guys recently, a few months back, where I talked about stocks were gambling, which if you've watched any of these videos, I see this over and over, right? If you're investing in stocks, you're a gambler. Some people didn't like that so much. Kind of makes you wonder if this guy's a financial advisor or what he is, but whatever. He's texting me from his mom's basement, and he messages me and he says, hey, I don't agree with you. You are disparaging stocks as gambling and an inferior asset class to real estate, which is simply untrue, as other posters here have commented. Just so you know, we had several posters saying, oh, real estate's not good. Stocks are horrible. You shouldn't be in real estate. Or no, stocks are great. You shouldn't be in real estate at all. Well, okay. So he says here, he says, and get this, and I quote, he says, 401ks and retirement accounts have produced more millionaires in the US than any other investment vehicle, and the top 8 richest US citizens from Buffett to Tepper all invested exclusively in stocks. So I wouldn't disparage stock investing. Okay, first off, Boris from Alabama. Here's the deal. Now, when you say that more millionaires have been created from stocks, I would love to know where that stat came from because I have not seen that ever. Now, I do understand his point he's trying to make. He says from Buffett to Tippett or whatever, right? He's saying that 8 richest American billionaires all invest in stocks exclusively. Let me clear up this point. No, they do not. They do not buy stocks like you and I do. They do not do that. They have a lot more money than that, and they're not buying stocks. What they do is they own businesses. That's totally different. Buying stocks is someone who's like, I'm just in it for the ride. Whee! You know, you're like on this roller coaster, hoping you make money, right? You have zero say in what goes on. You're just hoping you get lucky. That is not how billionaires invest. Not even good millionaires. They don't invest this way either. You don't go riding little waves hoping you get lucky. That's how you lose money. That's how you don't become a millionaire. The best way to do it is to actually have controlling interest in those companies, all right? That's where you get it. That's the real power. That is what my point is coming to this last point. The investment that's created the most millionaires and even billionaires is not real estate. It's business. Business that's done it. You look at the Forbes 500 list, the richest people all in the world, to go to little Boris's point to kind of bring in some agreement here with Boris, is that business has created the most millionaires and billionaires. In fact, all the billionaires list, the one thing they have in common, they all have a business. Even the investors, right? Even the ones that might have oil investments, the ones that might have real estate investments, still have businesses. They are business owners first and foremost, investors secondly. So Boris, although, yeah, you had a point there, the truth is, no, they do not exclusively invest in stocks. They buy businesses. Warren Buffett's a great example. Warren Buffett, what he does, he goes and buys a controlling interest in that business. He did this with some companies here locally here in Utah, right? He did this with a furniture store. He actually loves furniture stores. He started in Omaha, started buying furniture stores there, and then started expanding his portfolio to other places around the country. He bought R.C. Willey, which is a furniture store in Utah. He bought that because he knew he can get a controlling interest and make the call. He can be able to say, here's what I want to have happen. Even though he's working with the CEO, he would still tell that CEO, no, I don't like that idea, don't do it. Or if you're gonna do that idea, make sure that this happens first. He was calling the shots. I can guarantee you, when you buy your little Facebook stock, or your Google, or your Amazon stock, I can guarantee you can't call into the company, get right up to Jeff Bezos and say, hey, I have an idea for Amazon. You wanna listen? 100% you will not get anywhere past the front desk, okay? Nowhere past the front desk at all. You have zero power, zero say. That's why you don't make the big bucks like those guys have made. They buy controlling interest, they buy real shares that you get paid differently than the common stock that you get paid when you're just average investor. They buy real stuff, and they might even get paid, they might even get themselves paid a certain salary or type of extra bonuses as well on top of that. They have the ability to do that. Even Jeff Bezos, you say, hey, Jeff Bezos is obviously in that top 8. Jeff Bezos didn't make it from investing in a stock. He invested in his company. He built a company. The stock was just something they offered later. Okay, Microsoft, same thing. Bill Gates didn't make money from the stock. He offered it later. That's not where you make money. It's from buying businesses. If you have a business, that's a great place to start to invest in right now to start really building to become millionaires. I actually believe, and in my experience, I've seen more people become millionaires having a business. Even sometimes if that business is real estate, they've had a business and become millionaires that way. But I would definitely not disagree with the point that investment-wise, you're putting your money to work for you. Yes, real estate is one of the most certain, easiest places to go, but it's not the only way. So anyways, guys, that's the key. I would love to hear, have you become a millionaire? How did you do it? Where did you make your money? Put that in the comments below and watch this next video, how to make $5,000 a month in passive income. Check it out.